Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Just Talking. And before we start, I'd like to give a fun fact. The fun fact being is that I made this February 7th, and I'm going to be posting this since February 8th. What I'm trying to say is that you may be asking, what do you mean by that? I'm saying that even though I already made a video, I'm going to make a second one to release tomorrow because I just have to get this off my chest. And it is about the Frank's Red Hot hot sauce ad. If you do not know it, you should, because actually you probably shouldn't. I searched it up, and literally the top comment was, "I hate this commercial," and I gotta say, I agree with it, because the entire plot is this guy having his food get exposed because he has to frank it up. What I mean by that is that this guy gets a pizza, and some random ass biker dude just slaps the pizza out of his hand. He tries to eat chicken wings. His dog, or probably his girlfriend's dog, I don't know, there was a woman next to him during that ad, slaps it out of his hand and just half slaps him. Tries to eat a hot dog. Some guy just pokes the hot dog out of the bun. And they all keep on saying, you gotta frank it up. Do you realize what's happening here? This guy is getting his hard-earned cash turned to food, or, he's paying for food with his hard, cold cash, and it's getting ruined just because he's not using a hot sauce. Do you understand what that's like? It's like if people... It's like if you bought, like, a new pair of shoes, and you keep on getting robbed just because you're wearing that pair of shoes. It's like if someone tries to murder you just because they don't like the look of your shirt. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Just because they're not using what you like does not mean you have to ruin their day. I know that I can't think of good examples right now. I'm just too mad. Like, seriously, you're gonna knock you walk up to me. You slap my pizza out of my hands just because I'm not using Frank's Red Hot sauce? You are not. You're not gonna deal with that. The moment someone tries to tell me to frank it up, I'll tell you it's gonna be like those. They're not gonna last. They're gonna be like those objects that in a rage room. Their whole purpose now is just to be destroyed. Like, seriously, you can't just walk up to me and just push, like, ruin my food just because it doesn't have a hot sauce. Like, seriously. They walk up to this guy and slap it out of his hands, and then they just say, you gotta frank it up. What do you mean you gotta frank it up? You just ruined my perfectly good pizza just because I didn't put a freaking hot sauce on it. Who the hell puts hot sauce on pizza? I'm pretty sure a lot of people, but you can't just slap you can't slap my food out of my hand just because I'm not using a hot sauce. Respect other people's opinion. Don't just randomly do stuff. Don't just randomly harm people just because that's not what you are. Like, you do not realize you're messing with. The moment you try to slap a pizza out of my hand or any other food just because I didn't frank it up, I'm probably gonna get wanted for murder or assault if you're lucky. Like, you do not have the privilege to just walk away after ruining my perfect piece of food just because you didn't like that, just because I wasn't using a hot sauce. Oh, you gotta frank it up. My ass will not frank it up. Okay? I will not frank it up. You do not have the privilege to walk in here and ruin my perfectly good food just because I didn't frank it up. What if I'm starving? Or what if I just don't like the hot sauce? What do you want me to do then? Just die? You want me to die? Well, that is not permitted. And in fact, I'll reverse that to you. You can't just do that. You can't just knock a pizza out of my hand, or hot dog, or whatever, and tell me to frank it up. You can't just tell me to do what I do. Like, food is like the best thing in the world. And you do realize that people do not deal with that. Like, you don't know. You do not realize who you're messing with. I may not be strong, but dude, I'll be like one of those jockeys from Left 4 Dead. I'll just wail on you. Maybe like a hunter. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is that even if I'm not gonna be, even if I'm not in good shape, I will still beat your ass. You cannot just walk into here. You can't just slap a piece of food out of my hands. Like, seriously, you. If I was about to take a bite out of a burger and someone just removes the bun, or just slaps it out of my hands, and tries to tell me to frank it up, their face will look like a pancake after I'm done with them. Look, I'm sorry I'm being too gory, but like, man, I will not accept the fact that you're gonna try and ruin my food just because I'm not using a Frank's Red Hot sauce. So you like hot sauce, huh? You think you can just try and ruin my life just because I'm not using a hot sauce? I'll buy the most hottest hot sauce I can ever get and shove it down your damn throat. What are you gonna say next? Huh? That you don't like hot sauce? Maybe you should have thought of that after you... Maybe you should have thought of that before you slapped my food out of my hands. Like, come on, dude. You do not... You can't just do that. Like, I don't care who it is. It is instant damn hands. If you don't know what that means, it means we are fighting immediately. If you even think about trying to slap my food out of my hands just because I didn't frank it up. And as in frank it up, it makes no sense because if you were in a normal situation, you just, first of all, you probably do what I do and just try and beat the shit out of anyone that even tried to do that, especially if you're having a bad day. Like, everyone has a breaking point, and if their breaking point's gonna be after some guy just tries to do that constantly, I'm gonna... Look, man. Look, you do not understand men. I'm pretty sure I remember a headline that some guy killed his wife or girlfriend because she smashed his Star Wars toy set. You do not realize what men will do if you try and mess with their stuff like that. Sure, it doesn't seem reasonable to you, but to them, it's like the most reasonable thing to them in the world. You do not realize what your hands are getting into when you do this. Like, no offense, but like, seriously, I will not frank it up. I will not frank it up. You can't just, you come into my house, walk into my door, and slap my homemade pizza or whatever the hell it is, and tell me to frank it up. If you think you have the privilege to not only break into my house, but also ruin my food, just because I didn't buy a hot sauce, damn. My God, man. You gotta frank it up. I'll frank you up. I don't know what the hell that means. Specifically your eyes. I'll frank up your eyes. See how that feels. The burning sensation doesn't seem so appealing now, huh? Like, oh, frank it up. You already franked me up. You already made me writhing with rage. I don't need hot sauce. You already made me angry enough to spice up my own food. Like, seriously. As you can tell with me, do not anger some people over that. Like, you do not realize that some people can absolutely turn into, ape crap on people. Like, come on. You can't just do that. Like, dude. Like, seriously. Like, come on, dude. Like, what are you gonna do next, huh? What are you gonna do next? Like, try and tear up my drawings just because I wasn't using, like, a specific paint brand? Like, come on. Like, seriously. What do you want me to do then? What thinks you have the privilege to tell me what to do? You don't. You think you're so manly just because you're using a hot sauce. Come on, man. You are a criminal. Like, you do not understand. My God. That would, like, that man. I just can't get over that. Like, dude. You can't just do that. You can't. I know I keep on saying this, but I'm just too mad. I'm too mad to correct myself. You just can't just walk up to me. Or just, you can't just out of nowhere ruin my food just because I need to frank it up. I will not put hot sauce on my food unless I want to. You cannot force me to do. You can't force me to do it. Plus, what if I'm feeling good that day? What if you ruined my ice cream and tell me to frank it up? That's so, first of all, you made a poor mistake. Ice cream's like my favorite food. I'm pretty sure it's everyone's favorite food. And second of all, how am I supposed to frank up an ice cream cone? Like, seriously, what do you want me to do next? Try and tell me to frank it up after trying to fix my lifestyle? Like, what? Trying to get me the freaking frank up trail mix? What are you trying to do next? Trying to open a bag of peanuts? You're gonna freaking rip open the bottom, tell me to frank it up? I know I'm sidetracking, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you can't just tell me to use a hot sauce. I mean, like, I know it's like, seriously. Here. Let me give you a explanation. If you've ever been, like, in a situation where someone recommends you, like, a hot sauce, and all of us, we'd be fine with it. Like, sure. I'll consider hot sauce, because, like, at least you're not doing anything bad. It's just a simple recommendation. But these guys are just mean. They literally walk up to you and ruin your food just because you're not putting hot sauce on it. Like, come on, man. Imagine if the world was like that. If you didn't use something or had something that everyone else just had, they just bully you relentlessly. Like, seriously, what are you gonna do next? Smash? Like, what are you gonna try and do? Smash my Nokia? Just because I can't afford an iPhone? I'll beat your skull with a Nokia. Trying to do the same for me, that shit will crack immediately. Your iPhones are weak compared to a Nokia. Nokias are more powerful. They represent, like, the people that actually have brain cells. They don't crack under pressure or when proven wrong. So, yeah, this is a specific episode where I'm really mad, so, yeah, apologies. But, seriously, though. You can't just cycle by, like, I don't care if you're a dog, or I don't care if you're a dog or a person. You can't just do that. You can't just poke out. You can't just ruin my hot dog, chicken wing, or pizza, or any savory food just because I didn't use a hot sauce. If you tell me to frank it up one more time, I'll frank something up, and it's not gonna be food. It's gonna be your frontal cortex. It'll be your eyes. It'll be your nose. It will be literally anything that can make you irritated as possible. If you think you have the right to ruin my life just because I'm not using hot sauce, you're dead wrong. And if you keep this up, you may be dead wrong without the wrong. I will frickin'... See? This is why we can't have the perfect society. Because people will just try and ruin stuff just because they don't do what we do. Hey, plus it's technically real. Some people will try and force you to do their opinion. I forgot what it was, but it's very simple. It boils down to, I don't like your opinion and you should adapt to mine. Like, you can't just bully people into adapting your opinion. And if they do it because they fear of you bullying them. You are not giving recommendations. You are literally forcing someone to do what you want them to do, or they die. You're like a damn king. You're like a king in medieval times, executing anything that isn't obeying you in any sort of way. However, this time it's much more cruel. Or less cruel? It doesn't matter. Like, seriously. If I order a pizza and the pizza man just gives me nothing because he didn't realize I wasn't going to try and frank it up, I will for sure lawsuit their company. And if not, screw it, I'll just break the law entirely. I already made promises about killing people who tried to force me to frank it up, and I might as well do it again. In case you don't know what I mean by that, I mean, like, literally everything in this video. Like, come on. Do you really think that you won't look like a damn prune if you try and force people to do that? Because, like, yeah, what if the guy you try and frank up is someone like me, some guy that does not deal with bullshit, or some guy who just anger issues? It doesn't matter. don't try and ruin someone's life because you never realize they can do it too. Anyways, I think I finally I finally got my steam out. I feel much better now. Yeah, I just really need to tell you this, or I really need to make this video now because I just had a hatred in my body. My brain just needed to enforce this on you, and I should probably I'm probably gonna comment on the video first saying that you should probably make sure to realize that I'm not holding back in this. I will not hold back on the swearing in this one because I'm not really getting monetized anyways. I got nothing left to lose. I literally mean that both now. So, yeah. Moral of the story is, I will not frank it up. Thank you very damn much. Anyways, I hope you understand. I hope you understand that frank it up ad is absolute bullshit. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night, because I sure didn't right now. Well, or hopefully, I don't know. It's just, look, I hope you have something in your life that's making you happy and not like me, which is just annoying me. I'm getting too sidetracked again. So yeah. So I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you want me to do next time, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. I will not frank it up. Damn it. I will not frank it up.